Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Tuesday, 4th March 2025, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. ALBA reacts to Donald Trump's decision to revoke U.S. oil companies' licenses to do business with Venezuela. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. The 10-member Latin American organization ALBA condemns the U.S. revocation of licenses to U.S. oil companies doing business with Venezuela.
An alliance of 10 countries, of which Antigua and Barbuda is a member, is condemning a move by the Trump administration in Washington. And that move is to revoke oil licenses granted to U.S. companies by Mr. Trump's predecessor in that role, Joe Biden, for those companies to conduct operations in Venezuelan territory. Of course, this is a story that has been dominating the headlines today. According to ALBA, we're talking about this alliance of ALBA. It's called the Bolivarian Alliance for the Peoples of our America, People's Trade Treaty, or ALBA TCP. ALBA indicating that in a public message, noting that it is a direct retaliation against Venezuela's position of preserving its sovereignty and self-determination. According to ALBA, the countries of the Bolivarian Alliance categorically reject this extortionist action, which seeks to harm the economic, political, and social stability of the sister Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Venezuela, one of the founding members of ALBA, along with Cuba. Of course, this was formed in 2004, so ALBA celebrating just last year its 20th anniversary, now called ALBA TCP. It says it considers it extremely contradictory that the current government of the U.S., which boasts so much about its policies to control migration to its territory, imposes measures to affect the oil industry, the heart of the Venezuelan economy, while disregarding the fact that similar actions in the past caused notable migratory flows to the U.S. According to ALBA, in a statement issued on Wednesday, by reaffirming their absolute rejection of this imperialist measure, the countries of the Bolivarian Alliance demand unrestricted respect for the sovereignty, independence, and the right to development of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, as well as for international law and the Charter of the United Nations. It is also calling for the immediate lifting of all what it's calling extortive and coercive unilateral measures against the governments and free peoples of our America and the entire world. So ALBA TCP, of course, a 10-member grouping of countries of Latin America and the Caribbean, reacting strongly to the move by the Trump administration to revoke those licenses granted by the Biden administration for U.S. companies to operate the oil industry or operate parts of the oil industry in Venezuela. We'll, of course, keep across this major geopolitical development and keep you updated.
The 2025 Ultimate Soca champion in Trinidad and Tobago is none other than Grenadian Wenroy Auguste, better known as Blacker Dan. More in this TTT News item.
In a media release on February 28, the organizers of the event announced the placing of finalists. Blacker Dan, who wowed the judges and patron with his hit song Blessing, amassed 387 points, beating Young Brother, who settled for second place with 376 points. In third was Preedy with 375 points, and fourth and fifth, respectively, went to Ding Dong and Nyla Blackman. TTT News caught up with Blacker Dan at Patrice Roberts' I Am Woman concert on Carnival Wednesday.
I knew that the song had potential. Obviously was excited writing it, but I had no idea it would be like this. Seeing that it would be like this, that would definitely be a reach. To see that so much people identify with, something I speak about from the heart, is a feeling that, words can't really explain. I think that the competition itself is a great initiative, to bring back that competitive style as what soca has been known for, in the past. So in that regard, it has definitely been a great opportunity, In regards to what I think personally to myself, I just think that others wait on the...
Over now to St. Lucia, where Joshua Harrow, a youth advocate and member of the United Workers' Party, has been sworn in as one of St. Lucia's youngest senators. Harrow views his inclusion in the parliamentary process as a significant step forward for the island's youth. Zane Romulus of the DBS News World reports.
I, Joshua Wayne Harrow, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to St. Lucia, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of St. Lucia, and I will consciously and impartially discharge my responsibilities to the people of St. Lucia. So help me God.
Joshua Harrow has been sworn in as the youngest member of the Senate, replacing Herod Stanislas as an opposition senator. Having transitioned from news reporter and teacher to senator, Joshua Harrow is proud to represent not just the opposition but also the nation's youth in the upper house. Speaking to members of the press ahead of his swearing-in, Harrow emphasized the importance of this moment.
It's very essential for us as young people to have a seat at the table. Too often we are neglected or used as tokenism. So to be able to be in the chambers as an actual senator and debate essential bills that are crucial for the development of our youth, I think that this is just one step forward in getting a youth to rule over the parliament or rule over the Senate and actually advocate for the rights of our young people.
Harrow, a former youth parliamentarian and past member of the National Youth Council, currently hosts a podcast focused on youth issues. He has been an active advocate for youth involvement in politics and hopes that his position will inspire more young people on the island to engage in the civic process.
I wish half the Senate or even half the lower house was young people, but again, they say it's never too late. So it's a start with me, and hopefully after comes 2, 3, or 4 more. We've seen a great interest in young people, especially for youth parliament. So it shows that our young people have the capacity to lead and debate these bills. And I hope I'm just, part of the beginning process for the development.
Harrow also shared his thoughts on the Child Justice Amendment Bill, one of the bills up for debate during Thursday's sit-in, which has sparked discussions on judicial discretion.
This bill is quite vague and still needs a lot of development when it comes to the penal period of a young person being thrown away and leaving the discretion to the judges. I think that is not really a good move. And even when you remove that, it still leaves quite a lot to be interpreted. So it's quite vague. And we need to have a lot of discussions, and we need to go back and rewrite and make sure that we are all in agreement. I know I'm in opposition, but at least some development must happen. And I'm willing to work with the government to make sure that this bill is actually accurate to the development of our nation.
The youth political activist, who has not indicated any immediate plans to enter the political arena, has repeatedly called for a fresh approach to governance and bold reforms of the political system. For the DBS News World, Zane Romulus reported.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick,
In association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, meantime, has recovered a stolen M16 rifle after an intensive investigation by a specialized unit. Gina Felipe of HTS News Force has that story.
The M16 rifle reported missing from the Grosili Police Station Armory is back in police custody. A veteran officer has been charged in connection with the missing rifle. The police department had reported the long gun stolen. Officials are remaining tight-lipped on the details surrounding the recovery of the assault rifle, as the matter is currently before the courts.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force wishes to update the public on the ongoing investigation into the theft of a firearm from the Grosili Police Station Armory. We can confirm that the stolen weapon has been successfully recovered as part of an intensive investigation conducted by one of our specialized units. The firearm was reported missing on Saturday, 15 February 2025, leading to a comprehensive inquiry. As a result of these investigations, a senior law enforcement officer has been charged in connection with the incident and is currently before the courts. As such, the details of the recovery cannot be made public.
The disappearance of the weapon, which is capable of fully automatic fire and designed to chamber deadly 5.56 NATO rounds, raised concerns about public safety. Superintendent of Police Luke De Freitas attempted to allay public fears.
This recovery marks a significant step towards ensuring accountability and maintaining public trust in our organization. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force reiterates its commitment to upholding the highest standards of integrity and professionalism, and we continue to work diligently to prevent and address any breaches within our ranks. We thank the public for their cooperation and urges anyone with additional information related to this matter to come forward. Transparency and justice remain our top priorities. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force thanks you.
Barbados' Chief Medical Officer, the Most Honorable Dr. Kenneth George, dismisses a rumor circulating on social media that there is a gastroenteritis outbreak on the island. He was responding to a voice note being widely shared, urging Barbadians to beware of a virus causing symptoms such as diarrhea, vomiting and cough, runny eyes and dizziness. Dr. George tells CBC News the Ministry of Health and Wellness has no evidence to suggest a spike in gastroenteritis cases. He is encouraging members of the public to seek medical advice for any ailments instead of using online information to self-diagnose.
In addition, respiratory symptoms in persons less than 5 years old is well below the threshold. There has been some small fluctuations in fever and respiratory symptoms in persons 5 years old and older. So from our perspective, the Ministry of Health certainly can corroborate the voice note that is circulating that there is a dangerous virus circulating in Barbados. We will continue to communicate with the public if there is an outbreak, but we cannot agree with the voice note. Finally, from time to time, individuals may have an acute episode of vomiting and diarrhea, and those individuals are requested to seek medical attention early to prevent dehydration and so that the appropriate samples can be collected to find out the cause of the gastroenteritis.
Little Haiti in Brooklyn, New York is not the same. Once a vibrant hub of Haitian culture, the neighborhood has changed as fears of deportation grip the community. Many Haitian immigrants, even those with legal status, are facing an uncertain future after the Trump administration announced an end to temporary protected status TPS for over 500,000 people.
While immigration enforcement raids haven't hit these streets here in Little Haiti, fears of deportation have been enough to destabilize neighborhoods and send community members into hiding regardless of their immigration status. Here in Brooklyn, when you step off the subway, you are transported to Haiti. Restaurants and street signs carry Haitian names. The church holds services in Creole. And a large Haitian flag waves in the wind. But nowadays, the normally busy streets of Little Haiti are nearly empty.
It's quiet. It's quiet.
Ruth Jean Marie calls Little Haiti home, but she says the streets are suddenly different.
Normally you would hear our music, you would hear conversations, and you don't see that anymore. People are scared.
While Jean Marie doesn't know of any recent immigration enforcement operations here, just the fear of deportation keeps store owners from talking with us and their shoppers at home.
And some of them aren't shopping anymore because they know that that money might be more useful if they get deported.
Immigration experts tell us even those with legal status worry.
Detention looming over their heads, that they leave in the morning and they may not be able to go back home.
Veronica Cardenas, a former lawyer for ICE, now represents immigrants. She says neighborhoods like Little Haiti could be easy targets for immigration raids.
And so what I've been instructing my clients is if you don't know someone who's coming up to talk to you, do not respond. But that's creating so much seclusion, which I think heightens fear at that point.
Katia Tubman, Scripps News Group, New York.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.